Hey everyone, welcome back to Art Spark Texas's Texas Stories series. This is where we take a look at art projects that are going on all around our state and in our city. We get ideas, we create projects, we share with one another. Join us each week virtually as we'll be connecting and not letting this pandemic stop us. This week we'll be exploring Casa Neverlandia and creating our own paper art house. The supplies you'll need for this project include, but are not limited to, the Art Spark Art House handout available for download, a pair of scissors, markers, and a glue stick. In order to start this project, we encourage you to watch the video on Casa Neverlandia. You can click on the video link up above in the upper right-hand corner. This video will give you a better understanding of James Talbot's art house project and our inspiration for this week. Now that you're better informed about Casa Neverlandia, let's begin our project. Let's start by cutting out our art house design. We'll choose the colors, the paints, the textures that we want to include on our house, and then finally we'll fold and glue our art house together. Our final product will look something like this, a three-dimensional standing paper house. Let's begin in step 2 by cutting out our template. Once you've downloaded and printed the art house handout, it should look something like this. Get out your pair of scissors and let's start by cutting around the outside edge of this house. We want to keep this intact in one piece because this piece will all be folded and glued together in the end. You'll notice as I go around the outside edge, I'm paying attention to the tab areas. These paper tabs will be folded here at the end of this project to attach all the pieces of the house together. After you finish cutting, you should be left with one solid shape that looks just like this. If by chance you were unable to print the handout, no worries. Pause the video here and use this reference to sketch out your house design. In step 3, we're going to begin to apply the color, the paint, the marker, the texture of your house. Think about the materials that you want to use. Is this a stone house? Is this a wooden house? What do those textures look like? Draw those textures in. Begin to use color to bring them to life a bit more. In our example here, my daughter Isla is going for wild and unusual color combinations. Perhaps after you've chosen your colors though, you go back in with a dark pen or another dark color and you can add in some textures, some dashes and dots and lines. Allow yourself to explore mark making to add visual texture to your house. I like how in this example, Isla added a rainbow, which wasn't originally there in the template. Use that as inspiration to add your own features to your house. And then finally in step 4, after we've done all our cutting, coloring, now comes the folding. You'll notice that there are crease lines where we have to fold the roof, the foundation, and so let's start there. Let's fold those roof tabs, fold those foundation tabs. We've kept ours colored all the same here so it's a bit easier to see. And then we need to fold the front of the house and separate it from the sides of the house. This is a similar process to the one we used in the art car. We need all 4 sides of the house to be folded, and we'll fold on those lines. You can start to dry fit these pieces together. After we've folded those big sections, we need to fold the side tabs. So there's smaller tabs on the side of the walls, the roof, and these we'll use later as we're gluing the elements of the roof and the side of the house together. Once you have all tabs folded, let's start by gluing the roof together. So I'm going to go ahead and put glue on my top tab, the 2 top tabs that is. Put those pieces of the roof together. You'll notice there's a little excess. We'll just fold that over or cut it off, and then we'll work on the opposite side of the roof. So starting with the roof first, let's glue all that together, then we'll move around to the side of the house. This roof is coming together now, so I'm going to go ahead and add some glue to the side tab and get those pieces to hold together. Once you have the roof and the side element glued, that's the majority of your house. You've just got to deal with the foundation now. And those tabs are essentially tabs like a gift box. You could cut these off or you could use them. If you cut them off, you're able to put things inside the house. That might be fun. In the end, you're left with a 3D object, a really fun one. Thank you for joining us for today's project. I hope it gave you a new perspective on art making. Don't forget to check us out, ArtSpark Texas, on the link below, and we hope to see you next time. Bye. Thank you to our ArtSpark funders: Texas Commission on the Arts, Christopher and Dana Reeves Foundation, St. David's Foundation, Austin Public Library, Cultural Arts City of Austin, and the Donald D. Hamill Foundation.